Pam. Hi, Rebecca. Hey, Tammy. Hi, Tamika. Hey, Tundra. Hi, Victoria. Welcome, welcome. Pam. Hi, Victoria. So today we're talking about friends and family. It's a social vitality week. So if you haven't already, you don't have to move yet, Andrew. So if you have not invited your friends to join you for today's webinar, this is the time to hit them up and say, hey, you should jump on this webinar about social vitality because we're talking about friends today. Okay, where you guys joining us from? I see people from, who's here? Oh, I'm looking at all panels. I need to change my view. Let's see, where are you guys? Hey, we got people from Lynchburg, from Los Angeles, LA in the house. Whoop, whoop. Where is everybody from? Illinois. Hey, Heidi from Illinois. New Mexico and Cicero Temple, Texas. All right. All right. Come through Cambria County. All right. So welcome to Staying Strong and Positive for Ourselves and Our Children. And today we are talking about friends and family during Social Vitality Week. And I'm your host, Sarita Sashington. I'm so happy to be with you today. Thank you for joining me. We can keep going. All right, so if you guys are familiar with us, you've been here before, and if you're not, this may be new to some and old to some and new to others. If you aren't talking, keep your phone on mute. When you're ready to comment, just raise your hand and we'll unmute you. And then you'll need to unmute yourself to be heard. Please be patient with us. And feel free to type your comments in the group chat and make sure it's going to all panelists and attendees. That is not what I was doing a moment ago. So just as a reminder, these are our agreements. This is how we keep the space safe for everyone to be able to share. So please, as you're sharing, speak from your own experience and use I statements. Golden rule, treat other people the way you want to be treated. And last but not least, full presence. Please don't multitask. If you're going to be here, you might as well take advantage of the entire time and do this for you. Okay, be fully present so we can have a great time. Thank you guys for agreeing. I see that coming through the chat already. So, Social Vitality Week. Social vitality is about your support system and the joy that friends and family can add to your life. Questions in this domain focus on the energy that the current people in your life support and reinforce. They also address how you're nurturing your friendships and how improving your social life adds to your vitality. For some, building social vitality can relate to how you spend your time and with who you surround yourself. Your friends and associates can enhance or undermine your vitality. Today, we're going to do a lot of sharing. So get your fingers ready. And if you want to come online with us, you can raise your hand. I think Andrew can allow you to be live if you want to, share some of your great. So if you want to share verbally the answers to some of these questions, okay? So let's just make it a conversation because who are the experts on your friends and families but you? All right, let's go next, Andrew. Thank you. So just in case you're wondering, what are some examples of social vitality? They might include things like starting a weekly game night, initiating phone-free family dinners, or having a regular date night with your spouse. It could also include bowling leagues, social clubs, deep, meaningful conversations, writing clubs, and social media groups. Or it can include movie nights with your grandchildren, vacation with friends, Zoom calls, church outings, you name it. There's 1,000 different ways that you can improve or increase or enhance your social vitality. And today we're going to talk about who helps us to increase our social vitality. So we can go to the next one. All right.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the way. It's like you're always stuck in gear. When it hasn't been your day,
your week, your month, or even your year, but I'll be there for you.
I'll be there for I'll be there for you, 'cause you're there for me too.
Yay! All right. So, as you can tell, I am a total Friends fan, right? Do you guys enjoy that music? I'm a total Friends fan. And for a lot of people, for some people, they can go outside their family to find friends. However, this picture right here is a picture of my siblings. There's 8 of us. And this is the first decent picture we've taken as adults in a very long time. These 8 people are my best friends in the whole, these 7 people are my best friends in the whole entire world. And we don't have parents right now. So then we've even gotten closer. I probably talk to them. I don't know. I talk to at least one of them every day. And these are the people I laugh with, I cry with, I immediately run to when stuff is not going right, when I need encouragement. Like, this is my squad. Kids say, this is my squad. This is my squad. I want you to know they did have a problem with this picture because they wanted to know, why was the sun only shining on me? Well, hey, some people. But my point is, because I have such a large family, I had a hard time going outside of my family and finding friends and making connections with people, because I spend a lot of time with my siblings and they're like it for me. Now, as I've gotten older, I've learned to go outside. I've learned to find, new friends and connect with people. And I had to watch my siblings do it. I had to watch my younger siblings do it a little bit better than I did. Like, they always pull people in and say, this is my sister, my play sister. And I'm always like, who is that? We don't know those people. No new friends. However, we because of so many of us, we've opened our family to other people and our friends, and we tend to pull people into us. And so then we have all this great extended family. And this picture is a representation of that, because this was July 4th and it was our first holiday without our mom. And our dad's been gone for a while, but this is our first holiday without our mom. And we just invited like all of our friends to come to the house with us and to just be at my mom's place. And so we had a fantastic time, and there were friends that we grew up with, friends we haven't seen in a long time. Just people kept coming through. It was just a fantastic time. There is nobody else I like to spend time with more than my siblings so they are both my family and my friends. All right, Andrew, next slide. So my question to you is, who is your best friend and why? Thanks, hey, Yamona. Who is your best friend and why? Anyone like to share or come on and share, or you can just put it in the chat. Who is your best friend and why? Thank you, guys. Guys, don't let me talk to myself. So while I'm waiting for you guys to put in the chat, who is my best friend and why? My sisters are my best friends, but I also have my husband, who is like my ride or die. Yes, Catherine, thank you. Catherine said, my husband, he's really who I tell everything to. Yes, mine too. Like, mine too. I spend a lot of time like harassing my husband. And I don't know about you guys, but my husband's like, you need a girlfriend. Oh, my best friend, Isis, my best friend has to be my mom. I know I can turn to her for support, advice, comfort without worrying about drama. Yes, girl, I miss my mom. Brittany says, my roommate is my best friend. We get along really well. She's been there for me so much. Rebecca said, B, shared a lot throughout the years, always supportive. No, Miss Treadwell is a beautiful name. I don't want to mess it up. My husband knows everything. Laugh out loud. Oh, this is so cool. Brenda said, Eric, my partner, he's my rock. Yes. Tammy, I don't think I have one best friend. Best friend is a tier. My daughter, my mom, my sister, my friend, they're all in that tier. That is such a good point, Tammy. Yes, because my daughter is 30, 31, and I consider her one of my best friends. Tandra said, my kid's godmother. She loves me, my kids unconditionally. Catherine, yeah, our husband's on the same page. Andrew said, my wife, we have a similar sense of humor and a deep connection with almost everything we do. I really appreciate she supports me for who I am. I always want to support and encourage her as an individual. Yes, Yamuna said, my best friends from childhood, we can go weeks without talking because of busy lives, but oh my God, we pick up right we left out. That's the best thing about having a best friend, right? No, no judgment, none of that stuff. I love it. I love it. Thanks for sharing your best friends with me. Okay, next slide. So this is interesting because how do you choose your friends, right? How do you choose your friends? For me, I heard some people saying like they have childhood friends, husband, siblings, but if you don't grow up with them, right, like your siblings or not married to them, how do you choose your friends? For me, it's about, I like to watch people. I like to watch people. I like to watch what they do, what they talk about. I like to watch their what's the word? I like to see if their values match up with mine. And even if they don't, like, I'm not saying we have to do all the same things and like the same things. It's good if we have like the same things, but I like to have someone who's similar values to mine. Um, Heidi says someone who has similar values and priorities as me. That is so true. When I think about that, when you say priorities, that makes me think of other mom friends. When I was a young mom, I needed other mom friends. Now that I'm older and all of my children are young adults and they're gone, I'm trying to find people I can hang out with because it's time for me to get in these streets, okay? And I have no one to get in the streets with because I have friends who, most of my friends have children. And all of my children are, out the house. So I'm trying to find people who can just get up and go, like I can get up and go. Yes. Yamuna said, total mood, hashtag total mood. Alyssa said, tell them something you don't care. If they repeat it, gets back to you. You'll know that friend is not a true ride or die friend. Ooh, yes. That's so true. By your friends for seasons, reasons, and a lifetime. You make friends that you have for a season, maybe college, work, etc. You aren't in close proximity anymore, but you value relationships. Friends for reasons in a lifetime are those who were brought in your life for a reason. You have a deep connection. Yeah, I like that, Brittany. I like everything that everybody is sharing because that's so real. We do have friends for a lifetime, right? Or different seasons. Because I think of some friends. I was recently talking to my husband about a friend that I really loved and connected with. And then she just, I guess if we had been on Facebook, she would have unfriended me. And I don't know why. And I chased her down, like, did I do something? Give me a chance to apologize, and she just never did. And I never understood why. But for this season that we were friends, I really enjoyed her. So, what and when have you learned about building healthy relationships? So, you got these great friends that you chose, but what and where did you learn about building healthy relationships? Who showed you how to do that? And thank you guys for chatting with me and keeping this going because this would have been so bad if I had to do this all by myself. So, what and where? For me, my parents and my aunts and watching my mom and her friends, those taught me how to have, that's where I learned about building healthy relationships, like the importance of holding a confidence and not sharing stuff when people share with me or um, or communicating my needs, or I saw it in church too. I saw building healthy relationships in church. I saw it in my community, the way our neighbors connected and looked out for one another and, and shared if they thought if they were concerned about you or someone in the neighborhood, they would share it with like the parent, like, I saw them or, you know, you should pay attention to this. And so I saw relationships like that. Yamuna said first grade teacher taught a lot about boundaries. Even back in the day, she celebrated when students helped each other. That stuck with me. Heidi said I can't talk right now, but okay. See Heidi's comment. Don't judge me. I tend to take care of people. So if I'm listening to a friend in a hard time, I want them to help me in my time of need. Dana said, my mother showed me the value. They have friends going over back 70 years. Wow. And have collected more along the way. It takes work. You have to reach out and make an effort to share life with someone. That's so true. Brittany said, I learned about healthy relationships in my mother as well. She has people who she's been friends with since she was a little girl. She's very good about keeping those connections and she's very loyal to those relationships. Alyssa said, my grandmother showed me how to build a strong relationship with family and friends, loyalty and trust, and making yourself available regardless of what time it is. That is so huge. The making it, the making yourself available. That gives me a lot to think about. I think my husband too showed me how to be a really good friend. Like he has friends that he's from staying connected. When I see people talking about they have friends from grammar school, I'm like, how did you stay connected all that time? Like, how's it work? And I think that's pretty cool I think that's pretty cool. And sometimes I wish I had that. I have people from from high school, which would be 30 years ago, but not from like grammar school, not like we're like close, you know what I mean? I don't know. And I always just think that's so amazing that people are able to do that. I know, that's interesting. Okay, let's go to the next one. So how important is it to have relationships with people in different generations from yours and why? I really like this question because it makes me think of my friends who are seniors and 80 years old and friends that are younger than me that maybe I mentored or didn't know I was mentoring. Do you know how you don't know that you're mentoring someone? Like they're watching you, right? And you don't even know that you're being watched, but they're watching you in that way, like paying attention to, because I didn't really think about that until I heard that, like, oh, Miss Sarita, I watch you, or they started inviting me to things or started bringing up stuff that I said in the past. And I'm like, oh, I didn't pay attention to that. But I was learning from them as much as they said they were learning from me. So Tony said perspective. Tammy said, I love this. I love to learn from the wisdom of others, young and old. Yes. Brenda said, there's so much to learn, older and younger. Mm-hmm. Heidi said, wisdom and guidance and advice from people who have lived through more life experiences than me. Me too. Yamuna said, I have one older friend in his 70s and one best friend mentor in her 90s. I learned so much in these relationships. Yes. Very important for older and younger. For younger people, discussion and perspectives. Tony said, I'm an only child, so I always have gravitated toward older cousins, grandmothers, aunts, people from church. And who's this? Danny said, my friends are from age 94 to 4. I really value all ages to interact with. Me too. And I think, I was thinking, this made me think of, this brought cafes to mind, this question, as I'm listening to you guys share their perspective, because I've met so many great people when I've trained and when I've done cafes. And that's one of the beauty of that, because all these great relationships come out of cafes and having these moments. Like when my first cafe experience, I went and I was thinking, well, my kids are older, and so I probably won't be able to, connect. It probably doesn't really apply to me because cafes are probably for younger people, people with babies. And then I got there and I started talking to all these women who had children that were my age. And I was like, oh, this is so hot. Like I left there like, oh my gosh, having this conversation is going to help me not to kill my kids. And it kept me out of jail. And so those relationships have become like some of my strongest relationships have come from people that I've met in cafes, and they were older than me and some younger, but I value the wisdom um, that the older generation gives and the younger. Because the younger people keep me young, and that's where I'm trying to be. I'm not trying to grow up too fast because I got a lot of life to live. All right, let's go next, Andrew. All right, so how do you cultivate positive, healthy relationships in your life? And how do you encourage your children to do the same? How do you cultivate positive, healthy relationships in your life? And how do you encourage your children to do the same? So for me, how do I cultivate positive? Tammy said, I've learned for me, it's all about boundaries. Yeah. For me, I wanted my kids to learn how to communicate, like I want my daughter-in-law, my son is not married yet, but when he gets married, I want my daughter-in-law to be like, thank you. I want her to say, thank you so much for teaching your son to communicate. Tanya said, learn to check on people and express gratitude when they check on me. Mari said, learning process, empathy. Yes, real talk. Oh, Lisa said, practice what you preach. Period. With a T. Yeah, I'm the same. I really want to, I want all my kids to understand the importance of communication, like how important it is to be able to talk to people, to ask for what you need, to not think in your minds that they should know that, because nobody is a mind reader. And if you don't ask for what you need, then you're probably going to miss out getting your needs met. And this isn't just physical, but it's, emotional, it's spiritual, it's whatever you find the place that you need, and you're not asking for. So I'm real good about, for me, communication is key, and respect and boundaries. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. That's like a big one for me, is the communication thing. Imuna said, let's see what people are saying in the chat. I always have to go up. Imuna said, this was a bit tough for the last year. I've tried to show them to talk about things in good times and not such good times. They tend to talk it out with one another. And when they have, am I stuck? Oh, and when they have choice words, they have those words, and I don't get too hung up on it. They range from 11 to 18, so they have a voice, and then some. Yeah, thanks, Yamuna. Closed mouths don't get fed. Yeah, somebody told me that once, and it stuck with me. Being willing to be vulnerable. Yes, make sure your delivery is well said, and you'll get results. Yeah, you know what, too? I had to teach my kids, and I hate that I didn't do a great job of this. But I remember my daughter saying to me that I did not teach her how to handle conflict well in her marriage, because my husband and I always sort of, if I wanted to talk to him about something, if I wanted to, like, if we disagreed about something, I would always take in the other room. I never wanted our kids to see us arguing and fighting and bickering. So I tried to model, good communication. I had to model like healthy relationships, like don't scream and holler at each other. So I thought I was doing that, but then my daughter was like, well, you didn't show me how to handle conflict, because you and dad would always go in the room, so I never got to see that. I always saw like blah blah blah, and then you guys were in the room. I was like, oh man, oh, my kids never want me to be great. Tandra said I don't have siblings, so it took me 20 years to learn how to handle conflict. Oh, we're on year 21. Yeah, that's true. If you have siblings will definitely teach you how to communicate or how not to communicate. So I'm with you on that, Tandra, because I have a bunch of them. And if anybody would like one of my siblings, you're more than welcome to have like one or two, or Oh, I can appreciate them now, but when we were younger, man, you talking about we were good together too. But swiping on my stuff, like my little sisters wore everything. They wore my earrings, they wore my clothes, they wore absolutely everything. So yeah, I didn't like I could have done better too with my kids on teaching them about like and they're arguing. I don't know. I could have done that better, but I do better now as a mom. Now that I know better, I do better. Bam. Always room for growth. All right, what's our next one? Oh no, Heidi, don't go. Your younger sister started stealing your clothes. Heidi, put her out. Okay, don't put her out. But that's rough when they start swiping clothes. I don't know how to communicate. Oh, she's 8. Okay, you can't put her. Wow, that's good. She's 8 and you're in your 20s. All right. So we're just about wrapping up. If you had one word to describe your social vitality, what would it be? How would you describe your social vitality? Um, huh. If I don't know what one word I would use to describe, yeah, lacking. Oh, you want to say lacking. Mari said laughter, evolving, building, concentrated. Wow, I don't know what my one word would be. Hashtag constantly evolving. Yeah, I think for me too. Um, yes, you can totally hashtag it. Thank you, Andrew. If you have more than one word, feel free to hashtag it. You know, we are fans and advocates of the hashtag. Caring. Yes, hashtag ride the wave. Oh, that's a good one. They're all good. I'm trying to think. You guys are taking mine, and I can't think because I'm reading hashtag need a life. I need a social life. Hashtag chosen family. Hashtag we are family. Oh, all of these are so good. If I had one word to describe my social vitality, what would it be? I don't know. Uh, I don't know what my one word would be because there's just too many. Hashtag in the making. That's a good one. I think I don't know if mine is evolving. Like because of COVID, I'm trying to get back out and I need to get back out and I miss doing things and I'm trying to find other social groups to connect with so I can have things to do. Like I just joined a double Dutch group, right? And it's like double Dutch for 40 and up. And they have different chapters in different, around the country and it's growing. And I just want to do that so I can get out and go meet some new people and have people to hang out with because I told you all of my friends have children. So, record. I'm not recording me double jump. I can't even double dutch. I just take my hula hoop because I just want to be with people. So I just take my hula hoop. And although the hula hoop won't stay up on these big old hips, I just keep trying, right? And then once my knees get stronger, I'm gonna be double dutching. I'm gonna double dutch, bam. So yeah, so I'm trying to do that. So I guess I'm gonna build off you all's words and say hashtag. My social word would be hashtag get my jump on. Yay! Because that's the next social group that I want to get with because I'm trying to be in these streets. All right, so thank you guys. These are some great words. I love this. So join us in our social media vitality journey. Follow us today on all of our social media sites. And this is springtime journey to vitality. And so the rest of the week is going to be just as wonderful. We have social vitality and spiritual friendships with Alex tomorrow, reconnecting and rekindling with Guy on Thursday. And Friday, don't forget to join us for our Social Vitality Cafe hosted by our Sean Family's Parent Cafe team. Bam! Replenish yourself in the domains of vitality. All of our vitality resources available in one spot. This is the place to be if you need your vitality resources replenished. Okay. So thanks, guys, for joining me today. You guys are fantastic. Hashtag off to the streets. Thanks, Jamuna. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining me today. I really enjoyed you all, and we will see you tomorrow. Same place, same time. Enjoy your day.